for the following area in California, Shasta Lake area, or northern Shasta County.
How's it going, YouTube land? This is Norfolk Southern Storm, along with
Warren OHWX8798.
Yeet. And on today's episode of My Coaster Reviews, we're gonna be reviewing probably one of the most iconic roller coasters in the history of roller coasters. Well, in Kings Island, that is. A roller coaster that's been around for decades and to this day still holds the record for the world's longest wooden coaster. I think you might have a wild guess of what that could be. And today we are reviewing the Beast.
Yeast the Beast.
Yeast the Beast. Yeast the Beast.
Yeast the Beast.
Yay! So I decided to have AJ here with me.
What's up?
Cause, well, as I mentioned, we're reviewing the Beast, and this is something that we have both ridden on.
Oh yeah.
I figured this would be very appropriate for the both of us to review it.
Mhm.
So with that said, the Beast debuted on April 14th, 1979. So it's been around for ages.
Yeah, that's. I think that's
79,
probably
89, 99, 2009. Oh shoot, it's like 41 years old.
Yeah, it's probably probably close to one of the oldest roller coasters ever came down.
Yep. Probably one of the oldest ones around.
Yeah, and
It's been around for.
Considering it's. Let me just say this right now. If you've never rode the Beast, oh, you're gonna be sorry.
Spoiler alert on what I'm about to say on the Beast. Now,
I rode it way too many times. Let's just say, oh boy.
I've only rode it once, and yeah. I have some good things to say and some bad things to say about it.
Yeah, I do too.
That's just me. But we're gonna get right into the first features, and that is the length, height, and drop. The Beast is 7,359 feet in length of track, which to this day holds the longest wooden roller coaster in the world. It has a height of 110 feet tall, but the drop is 141.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's unique about the Beast. It's like 110 feet tall, and that's not too bad. And then you got that 141 foot drop, and then it's like whoa.
Well, here's the thing. Let me tell you something. Well, when you definitely get on the incline on the Beast, you're thinking, oh, okay, this ain't too bad. This ain't too bad, right? And then once you hit that drop, and it's like, hey now.
You're in the old crap mode now.
And let's just say you're gonna need a pair of shorts afterwards.
Yeah, let's just say that. Yeah. Let's just say the drop on this thing is an oh crap moment.
Yeah, let's just say my dad has neck spasms in his neck, and he just had an MRI. He rode the beast for the first time ever when when I turned 13. We went there on my 13th birthday, and let's just say his neck was not too happy with him.
Ooh. That's not good.
No, but he said he loved it.
Yeah. But yep. That's the length, height, and drop. And next feature, or I should say features, are the angle, speed, and duration. I probably should have included the angle in the first feature, but phooey. It's 45. It's a 45-degree drop, so it's not very steep. But however, it is one of the steeper ones from old school wooden coasters. Because yeah, with all the new wooden ones coming in today with 90 beyond vertical drops, yeah, it's kind of hard to surpass that. But that's besides the point. It's a 45-degree angle drop. The speed is at 64 miles per hour. Probably one of the faster wooden coasters out there.
Mm-hmm.
And with the duration of 4 minutes and 10 seconds. So, like I said earlier, it's a very long coaster, almost 5 minute long. It's fairly long. You're gonna think that, man, this is never ending. It just keeps going and going and going, and it's like, where's the end?
There's no ending here.
Well, damn. Moving along.
Hell.
What?
I said, you're in hell.
Moving along to the next feature, and that is the elements. Yeah, oh boy, the elements. Yeah, you have your, as mentioned, you have that 110-foot chain lift hill, and the first drop is the 135 feet drop. And then you have your tunnels in there, multi-tunnels. And then you have that second chain lift hill, and that one has the 141-foot drop. However, that drop really gets you.
It's a rough drop. I will say that.
It is a very rough drop. That's the downside about this thing. That's one of the downsides about this, that the first drop on this thing isn't terrible, but the second drop with that 18-degree angle turn, whatever it is, helix into that tunnel, yeah, that is what gets you. That is what makes it very rough.
I'll say this about the...
Go ahead.
Go ahead, ladies first.
I was gonna say, that's one of the downsides about the Beast, is that second drop. That is probably one of the roughest spots on the Beast.
It's one of the rougher ones.
One of the rougher ones.
It's one of the rougher ones. One of the other roughest ones is probably after the first drop. Is the second turn. The second turn where you go back and forth. Oh, it'll do some damage on your side.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've learned that from experience. That.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was like what. And then you have that 540-degree helix. You got that helix there.
That's no bueno.
No bueno there. Moving on to the next feature, and that is airtime. Now, I will say that from my experience, now I know some people had different experiences than others, but from my experience, I didn't really get too much airtime, although there is some sort of airtime moments. There's a few hops in there, but as far as insane airtime, I didn't really get that much. I don't know if you did, but
My first time I did, my very first time I ever rode the Beast, I was probably 13 when I rode the Beast, and I had some massive airtime.
yeah, it's got some airtime, not as much as some of the other ones that will be reviewed later on this season, but that's besides the point. You'll see. Yeah, it's got some airtime, just not insane airtime. But let's put it that way.
No.
It's not something to go head over heels over. But moving on to the next feature, and that is the theme. Plain and simple, there's no theming at all whatsoever. It's just that wooden coaster sitting in the forest or whatever. You have some signs there or whatever, but other than that, yeah, there's really no theming going on whatsoever.
Nope.
None. Zip.
Zilch.
Yeah,
Zada.
nothing there.
So Zada.
But
So
then-
Zada is now Zada.
But then again, yeah. Zada. But then again, it's a Cedar Fair park. You're not gonna get much theming at a Cedar Fair park. Although some coasters do have some more theming than others. I will give it that.
Mm-hmm.
But what do I know? I've only been to 2 Cedar Fair parks. This and Cedar Point. I'm sure I'll be visiting more in the future. But get to that at a later time. And what did Michael post? Oh jeez.
What did that devious boyo post?
Oh man. I'll share that after. But moving on to well, speaking of roughness, next feature is the smoothness. Yeah, joke's on you. But honestly, from my experience, it's 50-50. Well, as we mentioned, some of the spots that were fairly rough to where it'll beat you up. There were some spots on that ride that were okay, like decent and kind of smooth. Like, it's one of those 50-50 coasters where some spots are smooth and some are just feeling like it's just beating the crap out of you. That's the thing about this coaster. You know?
Yeah, it's not like it's a redhead. It's not like you're being beaten to death like a redhead. But still, it'll screw you up.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah, that's just from our experience. I mean, again, everybody had their different experiences. This was just mine and AJ's. It's 50-50. Some were decent, and some were just like, okay, I want to get off. But not as bad as Adventure Express, which I already reviewed. And if you haven't seen that, definitely check that out. And there's some ranting in there. Spoiler alert. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if you've ridden Adventure Express, but Yeah, let's just let the review speak for itself. But
Yeah, I've
Moon-
ridden Adventure Express. It's not fun.
yeah, thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, you'll see in the review. Moving on, back to the Beast. Next feature is the layout. And let's just say one of the good things about the Beast is the layout is pretty unique. Although I have to say, when entering the park or wherever, or pretty much almost anywhere, you almost can't see it. You almost can't really see the ride up until you get on the ride. It's like, oh, there it is. Or when my baby and I we went up the Eiffel Tower, and it's like, oh, there it is. That's the only other way to actually see it.
It's
Well-
not very.
Well, at least the lift hill. Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's not very up close. It's not very visible. It's
not.
got that. It's got that theme of being that type of roller coaster that is more of like a haunted house in the back hills of your neighborhood.
Hence the name the Beast.
Exactly.
It's hidden in the forest.
It's
basically-
hidden in the forest, all right.
Oh jeez. Unleash the zone guards now. Where's Michael? Yeah. No. I'm gonna rename the Beast the zone guard. Michael, if you're watching this, I had to and I chose to.
Choices were made, and choices.exe has successfully loaded.
Anyway, but yeah, it's very interesting to say the least. Moving on to the next feature, and that is the I'm pretty sure you get, well, one of them, the fun facts on the Beast. And as you already know, to this day, as mentioned, the Beast is still the longest wooden roller coaster in the whole world. That was until, well, from 2000 to 2009, that was when Son of Beast was around. So Son of Beast was, what?
Actually, the Son of Beast was around until 2012.
Oh yeah, it was still standing in 2012. It wasn't an operation.
Well, yeah, but
Well, it closed. Okay, let's put it this way: it closed in 2009, and then they tore it down in 2012
yes,
to make room-
November 2012.
to make room, and then that's where Banshee came in. But Banshee, and I already reviewed that, and it's all positives. But anyway, yeah, spoiler alert. But
Can you
still,
explain why the Son of Beast was decommissioned?
well, some people do know, but in case you don't know, Son of Beast was probably one of the worst roller coasters ever built. There's been too many complaints about how rough it is. I mean, if you think the Beast was very rough, Son of Beast was like. Now I've never ridden it, but from what I was told, Son of Beast was like 5 times worse. It was. What?
My dad actually rode the Son of Beast before my first time I ever went there, and he said it was 20 times rougher than the Beast.
Yeah, and to say it's that much worse than the Beast is an understatement. As a matter of fact, it was probably worse than Mean Streak would ever be. And that's saying something. And that's coming from somebody who's never even ridden the Son of Beast. And I can say that I'm probably glad I never rode it because, yeah, I probably would never want to get back on there.
It actually was so rough, it actually killed somebody.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It killed somebody or injured someone or the injury that caused the death or something like that. Either way, either way, that's what happened, and
That's the end of that.
that's the end. That's the end of that. And then they closed it off for good, and then tore it down in 2012, and then because of that, the Beast now is back to being, the longest wooden
dominant
coaster.
one.
Yeah, the OG. Yes. But moving along to the next feature, and that would be would I recommend this ride? If I could, I would definitely want to try for a night ride on this thing because I've been hearing a lot about night rides on the Beasts. I heard that is something. Well,
It's an experience.
Yeah, it's an experience. Well, I haven't really experienced a night ride yet. Like I said, I've been hearing that this coaster is the best for night rides. Mainly because, well, for one, it's pitch dark and there's no light all around. You're in the trees. Well, okay, maybe some light. But
There's some lights in the back part of the ride before the ending, but that's really and then what's in the what's in the shed at the beginning. But other than that, no, there's really not really any light. But it's still fun.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like pitch darkness, especially when you go into those tunnels. It's already pitch dark as it is in those tunnels. I can imagine doing it at night. Like I've had night rides on, say Millennium Force, Magnum, and Maverick, and those three has tunnels, and I can say I've experienced that one.
Mhm.
Those three, I should say. But that's besides the point. I can only imagine what it would be like to ride the Beast at night. But
It's interesting.
as far as what I recommend riding this thing, give it a shot. Especially since it's been around for decades, and not gonna lie, it's a fairly popular ride, especially at night. Like I mentioned, it's a popular ride, even though it's very rough. But it's not the worst coaster in the world, which leads me to my final thoughts on this and the rating. I mean, it's an okay coaster, but I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed in it because of how rough it was. I mean, I know it's been around for 40 years, and I know it's a wooden coaster, so you expect it to be rough. But I wasn't really expecting it to be that rough. Wow, holy crap, I got off of there, felt like I was all beat up.
Yeah, let's just say it felt like you were riding a mechanical bull.
Or maybe it was just a combination of that and riding Adventure Express. Maybe when I go out there next time and not ride Adventure Express, ride the Beast again, maybe I'll get a different experience and I probably won't be as beat up as I was then.
Yeah, you
But
probably won't be.
but regardless, it's still gonna be a rough ride. I mean, it's a wooden coaster. You expect it to be rough. Well,
Yeah.
especially for an old wooden coaster. I wouldn't say, wooden now because, say if you ride, Mystic Timbers, you would probably get a whole different view of wooden coasters. But we'll get to that on a later date. And I'm gonna rate the Beast a 5, mainly because I'm 50-50 on this. Some of it's good, some of it's oh man, you need some updates or something, because it's pretty rough.
I will
But
say this though. I would personally give the Beast, in my personal opinion, I would personally give it, because I've rode it multiple times because I live 5 minutes from Kings Island. I would honestly give it a 6 because I rode it multiple times and I've had that experience of getting beaten up on it.
Yeah.
And I'm used to it. So like
Right.
I didn't enjoy it when I was younger, but now I rode it for the first time back in 2016 for the first time in probably 5 years, and I'm like, wow, it felt smoother to me. Like it's still
Right.
rough, but it wasn't as bad as it used to be.
I mean, it's
what I
rough.
remembered it.
It's rough. I mean, again, it was probably because of the combination of this and Adventure Express that made me, give this thing a 5. But maybe next year or next time I come down to Kings Island, I'm planning on coming back next year. Maybe if things go accordingly, because there's 2 other rides that I have not ridden yet that won't be featured this season.
What would those 2 be?
The Bat and Flight of Fear.
Oh, I could give you a full review on Flight of Fear in a heartbeat. Oh,
Which sucked because it was literally right there beside Orion. It was right there. But because we were out of time, I didn't get a chance to ride it.
Because you're on a time limit.
Yeah, time limit because of coronavirus.
I'm sorry, you mean COVID-19?
Whatever. Yeah. But yeah, because the park closed early, I didn't get a chance to ride either one of those 2. It sucks. But again, I do plan on going back out next year and hopefully get those 2 rides in and feature those 2 on a later season. Maybe extra episode or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But that's our full review on the Beast. Probably one of the most iconic wooden coasters out there. Hope you enjoyed this very devious video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. And be sure to subscribe to this guy right over here.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Yes, please go subscribe to me. I'm almost to 1,000. Please, I need more subscribers.
I'm almost to 500. I'm getting close.
Go subscribe to her too, please.
I'm almost at the halfway point to 500. And once I do get to 500, I'll be halfway to 1K. So let's go.
Let's go!
As tropical storm warnings continue on in Florida and hurricane warnings. Yay. But yeah, that is my full review on the Beast, or should I say our full review, because we've both experienced this coaster. This is Norfolk Southern Storm signing out, along with
Warren OHWX8798.
and we will catch you guys next time on whatever the heck it is that we're doing. Until then, have a good night.
Have a good one.